Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking all about gauge and why it's important. But if you like my videos and you have not already subscribed, make sure you click that subscribe button. And if you have already subscribed, make sure you click that bell button and you'll be notified of when my new videos go live. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a gauge swatch, why it's important to do this and what you can do in order to alter your gauge. I just want to point out here quickly that these two swatches are exactly the same amount of stitches and rows, and it's the same yarn. All that has changed is the size of my crochet hook. So first of all, testing your gauge is really important for certain projects, for example toys or garments, because you have to have or you have to be working your work to the correct size in order for it to fit. Otherwise, if you're making a cardigan, for example, your arms might be too long, or it might not fit you the way that it should do. Or for a toy like this, for example, this comes with a schematic, and this actually shows you what size it's going to turn out at the end. And it's really important to get your gauge right in order to work to this particular size. So this is saying it's 14 centimeters wide by 12 centimeters high, and that has turned out about right. So how is it exactly that we test our gauge? So first of all, you want to make a swatch like I have done here. Doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be done with your natural tension and also the hook that it recommends on the pattern. So for example, with this one, this is a 3mm hook. Now, if the pattern reads, for example, that there needs to be 20 stitches per centimetres, that is what you are aiming to see with your swatch. Now, I haven't done my swatch wide enough to measure 10 centimeters. I actually tend to half it and then double my number, so I only test 5 centimeters and then double that. It just means you're making some smaller swatches, and it just makes things a bit quicker for you. But of course, if you wanted to make one double the size, then please go ahead and do that. I have chained 20 and then also done 20 rows here. So I'm going to take my ruler, and you can actually get fancy little rulers to test your gauge. But what you want to do here is just lay your ruler down, and I tend to find a clear ruler works better. And then you want to look where your stitches are between 5 centimeters, so 1 centimeter and 5 centimeters. So I'm just going to line this up here for you, and I am lining up where the 0 centimeter starts with my first stitch, and then I want to look where my last stitch ends, and I'm going to count across. So here are my stitches: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So if I double that, then that actually means that I have 22 stitches per 10 centimeters. So that means that my tension is just a little bit too tight. So what can we do in this case then? How do we fix it in order to work to the pattern? Well, the answer is quite simple really. You're going to play around with your hook size and change it. So if you have too many stitches, then your tension is quite tight, so you want to go up a hook. And if you have too few stitches, then your tension is quite loose, so you want to go down a hook. So I actually did a second swatch, and this one was done with a 4mm crochet hook. So I'm going to put it where my first stitch starts, just indicate where my 5 centimeters is just here with my thumb. Sorry, you can't quite see with the light there. And then I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if I double that, that actually creates 20 stitches per 10 centimeters. So what that means is even though the pattern suggests to use a 3mm crochet hook, for my personal tension, I would actually be better using a 4mm crochet hook in order to work to the right size for that particular pattern. It's also worth mentioning that they may also ask for the rows to be counted as well. So I would just do this in the same technique and I would count each row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. So if you double that, that is 26, but my pattern calls for 22 rows per 10 centimeters. So if I go across and do this again, so I'm lining it up with the stitch and I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, double that, and that is 22 rows. So I really hope that has helped you out and given you an idea of how to do your gauge. Make sure you're looking at your pattern to see which it suggests and then alter your hook as needed. So I'm going to leave in the description box below a little blog post just explaining this all again and just a written version of what you would do if you go up or down. So make sure you check that out in the description box below. But thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date with all of my latest videos, and I shall see you again next time. Bye!